Citing alleged abuses in the exercise of free speech in the Philippines, a House subcommittee that reviewed and proposed amendments to Article 3 of the 1987 Constitution wants protection limited to responsible exercise of the freedom of speech. The proposed amendment was presented Tuesday as the House Committee on Constitutional Amendments began deliberations on the proposals of 4 subcommittees tasked to review the Constitution. Committee Vice Chairperson Representative Fredinil Castro says they are proposing to insert the phrase responsible exercise to Section 4 in the Bill of Rights. It will then now read, "No law shall be passed abridging the responsible exercise of the freedom of speech, of expression, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and petition the government for redress of grievances." The House opposition bloc did not agree with this proposal. Magdalo Representative Gary Alejano challenged the subcommittee to define what responsible means. He cites the proliferation of disinformation and propaganda from online personalities who are apparent supporters of President Rodrigo Duterte. Supporters of Duterte have been accused of peddling false information as propaganda through their social media accounts. Several of these supporters, including online personality Mocha Uson, have since been appointed to key posts in government. Ifugao Representative Teddy Bagilat says this provision could be used to curtail freedom of expression. Bagilat also refers to the Securities and Exchange Commission's decision to revoke Rappler's registration for allegedly violating the Constitution and the country's anti-dummy laws for getting foreign investments through Philippine depositary receipts. No less than the president himself questioned Rappler's ownership. The company has long debunked the allegation. Albay is placed under a state of calamity Tuesday amid the threat of a hazardous eruption from the Mayon Volcano. Lava continues to ooze out with the volcano under alert level 3, which means an eruption is possible within weeks or even days. More than 20,000 people from over 24 barangays have fled their homes so far. Albay Governor Al Francis Bichara appeals to the national government and the private sector for assistance. Follow Rappler.com for continuing updates. Solicitor General Jose Calida insists the government does not need to provide the Supreme Court full documentation of the over 3,000 deaths that resulted from legitimate police operations in the war on drugs.
Kasi remember, this is a case for they filed a case to challenge the constitutionality of the memorandum circulars of the PNP as well as that of the DILG. Now, you don't have to look for victims in order to determine whether or not these circulars are constitutional or not.
Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio earlier asked Calida for full documentation during the oral arguments on petitions seeking to declare the drug war circulars unconstitutional. Although he verbally agreed to Carpio's order at the time, Calida eventually filed a motion for reconsideration, saying the documents the SC is asking for have national security implications. One of the petitioners, the Center for International Law or Center Law, says it just shows the government is hiding something.
No, I'm not hiding anything. We're just following the rule of law.
Malacanang announced the Bank for Overseas Filipino Workers will be launched Thursday. Presidential spokesman Harry Roque says the Overseas Filipino Bank or OFB is a campaign promise of President Rodrigo Duterte. In September 2017, Duterte signed an executive order approving the Land Bank of the Philippines' acquisition of the Philippine Postal Savings Bank and its conversion into the OFB. The OFB is meant to provide financial and remittance services tailored to the needs of OFWs. Irish singer-songwriter Dolores O'Riordan, frontwoman of rock band the Cranberries, died suddenly in London on Monday, or Tuesday in Manila. She was 46. O'Riordan's publicist says the singer was in London for a short recording session. The Cranberries achieved international success in the 1990s with hit singles Linger, Ode to My Family, and Dreams. No details were given about the cause of O'Riordan's death.